Communications on boats, our typical thing is just the VHF radio, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. You can count on 10 to 20 miles, typical on that, sometimes much, much more, but you can count on 10 to 20 miles. As I told you, a great big antenna matters. These days we have DSC. If anybody that's got a radio they've bought in the last 5 years, it's got a little button you push up, you press and hold that red button and it calls out Mayday, Mayday, Mayday automatically for you, and says my latitude is this, my longitude is that, which is really important because when you're in a panic, trying to read those numbers off is, it's just crazy. So, but in order to make that happen, you have to hook your GPS up to the VHF radio. It has to get the latitude and longitude from somewhere. And then until recently, you also had to get an MMSI number from the Coast Guard and program that into your radio. Now they made them work even if you don't have an MMSI number. As long as you've got Latin long, the Auto Mayday will broadcast your Latin long with an Auto Mayday. If you have an MMSI number, it will tell the Coast Guard your MMSI number, and then they can go look up on their computer, oh, it's a 30-foot Sea Ray, it's got this one motor or whatever. They can get all the specifications on your boat before they go rescue you, but the Auto Mayday is now working just for want of hooking your GPS to the VHF. And AIS we talked about briefly. There's receive-only units and there's transponders. So if you want to show up on other people's radars, you need a transponder. If you just want to see the other people, you just need a receiver. Cellular service offshore, again, bad idea. You spend tons of money on it trying to get this external antenna and repeater device down in the boat, and what does it get you? An extra 5 miles of range, and you still lose cellular service when you go out. So you end up spending a lot of money for something you get very little benefit from. Now, if you're running a business at anchor out on your lake, and you want really reliable service, that's different. But most people, they just want their phone to work, and it's not going to work in another couple of miles anyways, and you spent $2 grand. So, VSAT is a new satellite system that gives you a broadband internet connection through the satellite. It's about $2 grand a month for service. But it's really nice. It works in the whole planet, anywhere on the planet, and it's the latest thing for internet service on the boat. If anybody that wants to spend $2 grand a month on that, you better be running a good business. We're getting towards the end here. What we're talking about is, situational awareness. That's what these marine electronics are all about, and that's why it's so important that you practice. Looking at a screen. The chart plotter screens are really wonderful now because we all know them intuitively. We can look at it and go, yeah, there I am. There's my boat. This is where I am. But there's other things besides just where you are that you need to be aware of, like what's around you, what's coming at you in the form of weather and other vessels. And so, I would encourage everyone to just use your stuff during the good times. The more you use it, the more then you're not going to have to go to the book, because as everyone knows, boating is thousands of hours of boredom punctuated by moments of complete panic. And it's during those moments of complete panic that you don't want to be pulling out the book. And so that's where user skill comes in. Viewability, don't mount your electronics way up over here. It should be right there. Going like this while you're driving your boat is just not a good thing. So, make the layout nice, make it simple to use, and stay safe. We provide dockside service from Chicago to Milwaukee. Anything from simple radar repair or all the way up to big installation of systems. We sell the best equipment on the planet. We're a Furuno dealer. Simrad, FLIR is one of the finest companies on the planet. We have great prices. We really work on a skinny margin, and we keep our overhead low and make our money on service. So we're moving a lot of boxes worldwide right now. And you can see that on technicalmarine.com. You can call us. And I have our cards, and I'll be at the seminar afterwards. So I'm going to play a quick video on broadband radar. This is a new type of radar from Simrad, and it's a constant transmit and receive. Unlike the pulse and wait, listen for an echo, pulse, listen for an echo, this one is constantly putting out and receiving. It's got 2 waveguides, 2 antennas stacked on top of each other. And so it because of the way it works, it doesn't have that problem with the first 80 feet. So you can be in your boat with a piling that far from your rub rail, and you're marking that piling on your radar as it goes by. You can mark people standing on your bow, and it's a pretty cool technology. And let's see if we can make it roll.